Morning, here we are again. Another freezing cold day. This is ridiculous. That jet stream needs to knob off now, I've had enough. I've got a thermal vest on. Anyway, back to some van stuff. Yesterday, spent best part of 6 hours in the van trying to create a template for the overhead cab shelf. What a nightmare. I didn't have a piece of cardboard big enough to do it, and because I'm having it a little bit lower down than quite a lot of other people do, I needed to scribe it properly into the I'll show you when we go out to the van, into the front light holder. I'll explain in a few minutes, but what a nightmare. I finally got somewhere near by about 6 o'clock last night, and it's in there at the moment, but I'm going to take you out and explain what we did. I'm going to pull this one down again, and I'm going to put it onto another piece of old ply from the van lining that we took out, do another template and see if I'm anywhere near. I think I'll probably get it this time. If I'm happy with this next template, then I'll go for cutting a piece of 9mm marine ply. But yeah, I was a bit brassed off yesterday, and even Barbara was helping me yesterday. It was just, we just couldn't do it. It's not, I'd say it's probably the hardest job that we've had to do so far. And I haven't even fitted the gas tank yet, so that could be a that could be a hard one too. But yeah, this weather just needs to improve. It's raining 1 minute. It's just ridiculous. Can't put wood outside to cut it. It's holding things up. So we'll go out to the van, and I'll go through a few things with you, what we did and how we did it, and show you what we've done. So okie dokie, I'll catch you out in the van in a few minutes. Right, so back out in the van. It's so untidy. I'm going to give it a good tidy up before I do anything else. There's not enough room to swing one of our cats around in here. So yeah. So like I said, we were struggling. We cut all sorts of different sizes of cardboard, trying to get these things in the corner, and the thing round here. Yeah, it's a complete nightmare. 6 hours to get this far. It was ridiculous. You can see here I've cut into the headliner. I'm happy with this, but I'm going to have to put another piece of wood on here, because when I put the headliner underneath, if I only come to there, there's going to be a gap here. So if I put another piece of wood here, the headliner will come up to the edge of this, which is what we want. So this is the old 3mm ply that was the van lining wall. All that green stuff there is actually the result of a really good idea by Barbara, because we couldn't find cardboard. What we did was we remembered, or she remembered, that we had some of this stuff left from when we put laminate flooring down in the living room. It's like a fibre board to cushion the laminate underneath, and it's dead easy to cut as well with a Stanley knife. So yeah, we did use 3 or 4 sheets of that to get the curve. I mean, you can see that it's still not right there. Even if I push it up, we've got this gap that I'm not happy with. So I'm going to redo this again on another piece of 3mm until I get it absolutely spot on. And I've got it so that it's just sitting above that handle there, you can see, which is where we wanted it. Then obviously I'm going to bell trim it all, and yeah, job should be done. Where I'm going to fasten it, I don't know yet. I think I'm going to have to take the headliner out again and just see. I mean, you can see down the side there are some sticky out bits of metal that I could probably get a couple of screws into, because obviously I need to secure it at the front. It'll be okay on the wood bit here, because I can just put some screws in, countersink them and fill that with wood filler. But the front, I just need something to screw to. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good fit apart from around this thing. So I'm gonna change that, transfer this onto another piece of 3mm ply and cut another template so that I get that spot on. I think I'll be happy with it then. It's yeah, and I think it's a little bit too wide as well. I just need to take a fraction off the side. So yeah, I'm going to do that in a bit, but first I'm going to tidy up and hoover up, because this is just ridiculous. This stuff doesn't half make a mess. I remember when we put the laminate floor down in the living room, it was really bad. It got everywhere. Gets up your nose and your ears and your hair. Yeah, not the best stuff to work with, but it did the job. It's got us somewhere near, so we're hopefully going to try and finish this today. Little helper's at work today, so it's Saturday. She's doing a Saturday today, which is quite rare, but she'll probably be finished for 2 or 3 o'clock. So yeah, so I'm gonna tidy up, clean up, and I'll come back to you probably when I've got this headliner out and transferred this onto another piece of ply. There's a little bit of tweaking with sizes that I need to do, but apart from that, yeah, I mean, everything's going okay, but it's just, you think like a small job like fitting that would be nothing, you know. Like I thought maybe the swivel seat would have taken me quite a long time. In fact, it didn't. It took me a couple of hours, which was fine. But this thing, yesterday I was at my wit's end. I tell you what, I was nearly pulling my hair out over this. I know it'll be worth it in the end, but it's just a pain. It's just one of them jobs that you've got to do. So right, I'm going to switch off for now and I'll get this lot tidied up, get vacuumed up, and I'll come back to you later. Have a look at this flaming weather. I even have to shut the van door. Unbelievable. Absolutely hammering it down. Ridiculous. Right, so I've just cut a template in the rain. I'm really not bothered about it getting wet because it is a template, so, and I've got it in, so fits a lot better now. Just take you off here and show you. Okay. Right. So yeah, the only thing I'm still out a little bit in there, but it's negligible. It really is. I've managed to alter that so it fits nice and snugly around there. I think once the Vel trim's on, I don't think you'll be able to see it. And I've extended this board. You can't see very well because I've had to shut the damn door. Because look, when you have the door open, that happens, and I don't want that delaminating. I'll have to do a new piece in there somewhere. Yeah, so I brought that out a bit. I think you still, you can see there. Just so that it comes to the end of the headliner. I'll put another piece of wood in here and screw it to that, and then that's nice and flush, ready for the trim that I'm going to want. The cupboard doors, like I can't remember what you call it, but I'm going to be putting a piece of wood on there, shaped along here. And I'll cut a big hole in here and have a cupboard door. So I've got quite a lot of space in there as well. See a little bit of light at the front, but it just needs pushing up a bit, that's all. Can't do that at the moment because I need to find out where to screw it to, and I can't do anything outside because of that. My back is absolutely wet through. I've just been cutting this with a jigsaw in the rain. What a pain. Just sound like I'm moaning all the time, but I just wish this weather would do one. Absolutely ridiculous. Somebody cutting grass somewhere, I can't believe that. I think when little helper gets back, if it stops raining this afternoon, we'll have a go with some 9mm ply on this, because I'm going to have to take this down and pull the headliner out anyway now to find out where I'm going to fix the screws to. But yeah, I'm happy with that. I've got a nice big cupboard now. Like I say, a lot of people put it further up, somewhere around there. But it gives you less room in your cupboard, so I wanted it further down. So yeah, nice big cupboard. Whoop-de-woo. Not as stressful as yesterday, apart from getting my back wet through. Right, so what am I doing? Might go and have a cup of coffee and see if this passes over. So I can't do anything. I'm snookered. Right, I'll catch you in a bit. I'm going to go in and get myself a brew and just wait for this to pass. It's absolutely belting it down. I don't know if you can hear it on there. Through the max fan. It's absolutely throwing it down. Pretty glad that's not leaking. I think I seem to have fixed this leak up here. The foam's nice and dry. Or it was coming through one of the roof rails. Yeah. Oh well. Right, I'll catch you in a bit. Right, so I said I could hear a lot more. There's a guy out there trimming the grass in the rain. What on earth is going on? You don't cut grass in the rain. I've washed my car in the rain before today. Saves you rinsing it off, but don't cut grass in the rain.
Right, so today is the day where we cut out the template for the headliner. It's not been the easiest. We'll not be telling porkies, will we, love?
You what?
Today's the day where we cut out the headliner. We've done the template, as you can see, but we're also using the flooring that was in the back of the van because it's a good piece of wood.
That's a 45-degree angle.
You what, love?
I think this is a 45-degree angle.
Right. So hopefully today we'll get the headliner in, because it's been the pain of Andrew's life all week. It's not been the easiest, like I say, so...
But we want it the opposite way around. We want that shiny bit on the inside.
Okay. So this is where the fun begins. So I'm just going to knock you off for a few minutes and help Andrew, because obviously he needs some support when he's cutting the wood. Okay, so I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.
So we eventually managed to cut that piece of ply. We actually used the van lining floor to cut the cab shelf, and yeah, it fit perfectly, thank God. Took us enough times to get it done. So then it started raining again, so we had to come inside, and here we are, just vel trimming the underside. Actually vel trimmed the wrong side, which was a bit of a nuisance, but to be fair, it's only being a cupboard, you're not going to see inside it anyway. I don't know, we cut it the wrong way around because one side is slightly different to the other, but I did cut it wrong, so it was unfortunate that we have to have that rough side as the inside of the cupboard. But yeah, here you can see me just trying to get around these corners, and I put some little white plastic clips that you can see on there. Had to take the headliner back out and then screw this to the headliner before I put it all back up. It was a bit of hard work, but worth it in the end, because we got a perfect fit. And then I cut a small hole behind that circular bit, a little square hole, where I fitted a control panel with various switches on for spotlights and internal cab lights and some running lights. Yeah, you'll see that in a minute when we take this back out to the cab after we've Veltrimmed it all. So yeah, it was a bit of a pain. We had to put this on the floor inside the house and mark it all out, and you know, we haven't got the biggest houses, but we managed to cut it in the kitchen on the floor, and stuck it all down with this trim fix adhesive. So yeah, everything went pretty well after that. But I think it was, yeah, definitely the hardest job we've had to do up to now. Very difficult. Not difficult as in hard work, just the amount of times you've got to have it in and out because of the scribing and trying to get around that little curvy bit in the headliner. But yeah, so this one is now complete, and we'll move on to the next job. But you'll see it completed in just a minute. So don't know what the next job will be, but anyway, we'll take you out to the van and show you this fitted into place. So anyway, there's the headliner shelf which we've put in. Loads of wires and things in there, because I'll show you why in a minute. I had to pull the Veltrim off the other day and then reseal it all. But yeah, we've got a control panel. You can't see it very well because of the light. Try and get it sideways. There you go. So yeah, shows the state of the van battery, and I've got all these switches here. So one will be this is for the these little LED lights here. I've put 4 of these in, little blue LEDs. They look quite nice and they don't interfere with your driving or anything, so yeah, I'm happy with them. I've also put a USB point there as well. That's so Barbara can plug her phone in and whatever else she wants to plug in. Yeah, while we're driving. All this is connected to the van battery. It's just so I can see the state of the van, and just a few additions like spotlights. So I've got roof lights to go in there. I've got some spotlights which I've bought. They're called daytime running lights. I mean, it's already got daytime running lights, but these are extra ones that you can put in the bumper. I will put a link to the description and where you can get these from, because I looked for weeks and weeks and weeks. In fact, I ended up buying some spot lamps and then realised that you had to buy the back part of them. By the time you finished, it'd be the best part of £200, and I wasn't prepared to do it. But I found this company that did these, what they call running lights, and they're, I think it was about £70 for the 2 of them, so which I thought was quite good. But you have to cut the bumper, so I'm not looking forward to doing that. I'm sick to death of cutting holes in this van. But I've got to cut another one up there in that corner somewhere, probably up here, for the wire to come through for the spotlight. But yeah, the van's still a mess, not really getting anywhere down that end. But this end's getting sorted. I've put everything back together as well. All the plastic thing, the seat belt things on the B column, and the A column and the B column, I think they call them. Everything's back to normal in here.